All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, this is Exposed News TV. Let me make you understand something. Nothing, absolutely nothing will stop Biafra. Before I go into, the news today, because there are so many issues to talk about. But first on the issue to talk about is the IPOB Nigeria. They've actually been backing seriously. They've been backing seriously. One thing I wanted to say concerning the IPOB is the part that you cannot dine with the devil with a short spoon and don't expect the devil to betray you. Definitely, he will come back to you and he will hurt you so badly. That is why when you're eating with the devil, you must eat with a long spoon. As IPOB vows to avenge murder of members allegedly by Anambra State government vigilante group. Yes, a particular vigilante group has actually pied IPOB members. Do not forget that IPOB is totally different from the Biafran Republic government in exile. It's as simple as that. IPOB currently has actually fallen in the hands of so many Biafrans, and that is why Biafrans have lost faith in whatever they are doing. A lot of Biafrans, when I mean a lot of Biafrans, at least I'm talking about 80% to 90% of Biafrans who are, fighting legitimately for the freedom, are following the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, the only man that we are actually seeing hope from. And the reality is that despite all said and done to bring down Simon Ekpa, he has done everything possible to remain resolute in the struggle. So IPOB Nigeria are coming out to cry over this particular issue that Anambra State vigilante have actually been buying their people, and they caused it. Also on other news, on other news headline also coming out today, gunmen attack Anambra police station and buy officers. This was actually, if you watch the video of the commander that I dropped his video, the commander, why he was Commander Holy Ghost, why he was speaking, he said something very important. In his words, he said that when they entered the police station, that the DPO Marafens, that the DPO ran away. And honestly speaking, I think the DPO that ran away, was the DPO of the place and the police station in Anambra State where gunmen actually attacked. I guess one officer was actually pied in that shootout. It was a very fierce shootout, a very, very fierce shootout. But at the end, the message is clear. The message is loud and clear. Except the Nigerian government do the necessary thing, except the Nigerian government take away the military out of Biafran land, except the Nigerian government release Onyendo Mazidam Dekano, except except the Nigerian government, accept the referendum voting. Except that, what will continue to happen will always be happening, except the right things are being done. Without wasting much of your time, I want you to listen to this deep talk from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, where he was able to address critical issues happening in Biafraland. So without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up to the broadcast and have a critical talk on this issue. Please participate by giving your own comment in the comment section and doing the needful so that this news will go viral. Continue to share this video to as many groups to as many platforms as possible. God bless you once again for joining us.
The Army and the Air Force, they say Simon Ekpa. The House of Reps members say Simon Ekpa. The Senate says Simon Ekpa. The governor, Simon Ekpa. The minister, Simon Ekpa. All the senators, Simon Ekpa, everywhere. You will be moved to go and find out what is it about this Simon Ekpa. From there, you see that he is the beacon of hope to the Biafran people, and that is why they are looking for him to nail. That is why his name is flying everywhere. So, all the Afonjas that have been contracted, you guys are doing well. You know, when I come to the media, I say I want to give kudos to the Afonjas that have been contracted. I want to give kudos to the Nsamas, the IPOB One Nigeria that have been contracted. I want to give kudos to the over 5,000 media criminals that were contracted. I want to give kudos to even the Nigerian media houses. Yes, because if all of you don't do media propaganda against Simon Ekpa, against the Biafran government, against anything Biafra or IPOB or Mazinam Kanu, the curiosity of men and women will not be heightened to understand and know why everywhere are being spoken of Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Biafra, Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. For those of you that were for One Nigeria, today you can hit your chest and say, no, what Nigeria is doing injustice, because all of you are using your mouth to say, Sunday Igboho was arrested and he has been released. Showore was arrested and he has been released. All the Boko Haram terrorists that were arrested, they have been released. And they are not just released, they are released on preferential treatment and conditions. Some of them are sent to school abroad, some of them are sent to go and study one to another. And the conditions that the terrorists give to One Nigeria is what One Nigeria meets up before releasing them. About 4 days ago, over 250 children, babies, women, and men, old and young, and pregnant women, were butchered and slaughtered to pieces in Sokoto. Why? Because they told the Fulani terrorists that kidnapped these people and took them. They told the Nigerian government that they should give them $200 billion as ransom. And also, they should give them bikes, motorbikes, for them to use to go on rampage to continue their killing spree. And One Nigeria did not meet up. So they wasted all the 250 something, over 250 something human beings. That video that some of you saw on the media, that video is real. The video is real. And how do you know the effectiveness of that video? When you watch that video, you should now understand the effectiveness of that video through the government of Biafra, through the Biafra government, through the prime minister says, without the prime minister. What happens in our own side? Maybe now the entire one community, like maybe they would have just taken over like particular community in Enugu, they will flush it out, just like they did in Ářmŷ for that time. And from one other community, they will enter another one. From another one, they will enter. Why? Because do you even have elders? You have no elders. You have no leaders that can speak and stand for you. All of them have sold out their conscience because of pot of porridge and because of positions of authority in One Nigerian politicians, politicians, and whatever that you can call them. So while you are crying and while terrorists are kidnapping and maiming and killing people, their wives and children and women are not there. The only persons that are in Nigeria with the Nigerian politicians are their concubines, their sugar mummies and their sugar daddies. Finish. Their own blood children, their wives, their family that is so dear to them, they have relocated them to abroad. Is either they are in Switzerland, Germany, America, UK, or they are in the Caribbeans, or you see them in Brazil or Portugal or Spain. They go to where they can spend that your hard-earned resources money. that is extracted from the natural resources. So while they are cutting your heads off, it doesn't mean anything to them. That's why someone like this Loretta or Noche can sit down wherever he is and then go and bring the photo of Senator Nikema that was arrested in the US, and then brought Senator Jikoma of Georgia, and then come and say that is Amaka, that Amaka has been arrested, and that Amaka will now go and then defend herself so that she will know that this is not Nigeria. But when Fulani terrorists are cutting off heads of pastors and bishops and over 250 Christians, and they find out, Loretta will not, they cannot say anything. I salute all Biafrans that are here. I welcome you all to this space. We are not going to stay here for too long, but there has been a reason for us to tackle this program with the topic that we have. And we will remind all Biafrans to adhere to the instructions of the Biafran government through the office of the Prime Minister. You are to stay away from every Nigerian terrorist government institutions. When we say government institutions, we mean starting from the police station, the civil defense, the road safety, the army barracks, anything that has Nigerian flag that is working for Nigerian interests. Then also stay away from the secretariat. Stay away from the federal secretariat and the state secretariat, the local government houses. Stay away from anything. You see where they have paramount ruler or councillor offices that is serving Nigeria, where they used to go and have election campaigns or primaries. Or whatever you know that they used to do in this place that is serving the interests of Nigeria. Stay away from those institutions. Because the angel of light will visit those places anytime from now. You don't know when, but it is going to happen anytime from now. We are at war and we are fighting to delegitimize an existing terrorist government that is not working for the people, and thereby legitimizing the government of the people that is working for the people, which is the Biafran government. So we have to delegitimize the unworkable government that is killing and raping and maiming and destroying your futures and your aspirations and dreams, so that you can have your own implemented Biafra. At this time, it is a very brutal time, and all Biafrans should open their ears so wide. There is nothing good that Nigeria will come to give you now that they had not given you from 1970. There is nothing good they will come to give you now that they now hear that we are declaring Biafra, that we are restoring Biafra. And then they will now come to be promising some of you many things. There is nothing that they can do for you now that they couldn't do in the past 63 years that they will do for you now. So do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. Some of you that they will come to offer you and say, come and join Nigerian Army, Air Force, Navy, come and get job in the federal housing, come and get job in the federal secretariat, in the state secretariat, come and do security guard, come and guard. They will want to pay some of you 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 150,000 naira. They never wanted to pay you before. They will want to pay you now 200,000 naira to come and do security guard in the state secretariat, in the government secretariat, in the local government secretariat, in the government house of your state and your local government. They will want to pay you this money to come and do security guard this time, to come and do watchman. Decline from it. Reject it, because they know that they themselves cannot stand to do that watch. So they have to look for you so that you come and die. So that at the end of the day, when the angel of light is going about destroying all the things that answers the name Nigeria, you will now be a victim. You are dying for no just cause. While the Biafra that we are fighting for is the just cause. Reject anything that the politicians will offer you now. politicians that will take their families to abroad, politicians that will not fix hospitals in your community for you to benefit, but when their own children have kidney problems, they will take their children to America. Then they will now want to come and take some of you to say, we are taking you to America. You will sign papers without knowing that you're being taken to America to go and do surgery and remove your intestine and replace it for that of their own children. These are the kind of politicians that you will think that they will think well for you now in 2024 because they hear that we are declaring Biafra. The declaration of Biafra of 2nd December is sacrosanct, and there is nothing that can change it. And like the Prime Minister said, looking at the waves of events, the way one Nigeria will become very vulnerable to us, we may declare it before that very day. So keep your hands on the deck. Do not fall a victim to, do not fall a victim to one Nigerian terrorist. We've been answering so many questions from people, and that is why this topic is here now. Now, we wish to make it very clear that the Biafran government 30 days lockdown is not targeted at schools. It is not targeted at hospitals. It is not targeted at marketplaces. It is not targeted at banks. It is not targeted at churches. It is not targeted at any place where you know that you, as the unknown citizen, like they used to call you, yes, they call you unknown citizen. They call you the common citizens, where you people used to sit down and meet and then look for your daily bread. The Biafran government 30 days lockdown is not targeted at you. Schools will reopen, and some people have been going on extramural classes. Some people have been going on some other classes that will learn one thing or another. Our target is not on those places because that places have nothing to do with one Nigeria. Many of you here, you learned a trade with your money that you spent. You had no support from the government that calls itself Nigeria. When many of us went through technical school, you were supposed to receive grants from the federal government as you're going through technical school and doing training. Even when you go for industrial training, you're supposed now to be getting grants. This is starting from technical school. And even when you now go into higher institutions, you're supposed to be getting grants while you are on industrial training. But all this, you don't get it because the corrupt system that they have enacted and put in place for years destroys all these avenues of you getting the dividends of democracy in your country. In other countries, you hear people get tax returns based on how far you have worked and you are paying tax to the country. And at the end of the day, the government will see it useful to recompensate you back with something. And during COVID-19, countries that people have worked and been there for a long time, paying taxes to the government, those countries were paying back to the people at that time. In your own country, what did they give you? Or is it when they go and collect loan that they will now make the loan to cover the Afonja state and the Fulani state? Then the Biafra state will not be covered. When you now drag their nyash out, that is when they'll come out and say, we are making plans. The Southeast and South state are coming to be for their own grant. So what happened before that they did not come to be, that you did not include them, that you had to exclude them in the first place? So they now have to come and beg for it first, clamor for it first, agitate for it first before you now give them. Positions of authority in the country are given on I know you and cabals. From the far north, it is very easy to get positions of authority. But in Biafra side, what you do is that Our elders, they have to go and then kneel down to Fulanis and beg them. Go and beg the Fulani terrorists in the far north before they can make you the Ohanese president, before they can make you the Senate president, before they can make you the Speaker of the House, before they can make you the next governor and minister and appoint you. What was the name of this senator? Ndume, Senator Ndume. Senator Ndume, that they said they removed him from the Senate, whether he was the chief whip, because of what he said about the Tinubu government. Senator Ndume said the position that they gave him to carry. Senator Ndume said the position that they gave him to serve in the Senate and the committee that he was heading, that he did not lobby for it. That they begged him, they gave him choices while others are begging for it. Why? Because he belongs to the class of the cabals. So they have to beg him the one he should choose. He should choose the one you want. But in your own side, begging is the case. That you see Akpabio today as the Senate President. Akpabio had to be the Senate President today so that his corrupt practices will be covered. It is cover me, I cover you. We are corrupt to cover me, I cover you. So he is there on a condition, and that condition he has fulfilled by also shutting up the mouth of other people, so that his own image will not be destroyed and exposed. His own corruption will not be exposed. And by so doing, another person's own will also be covered on the other end. So anything where they call Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria House in Biafraland, this is where the target of this 30 days lockdown is targeted. And we also wish to call on Biafrans that you don't see the terrorists moving around and coming afar off, and then you decide to trade the same route with them. Then you say, oh, I am not a IPOB, or I am not a Biafra Liberation Army, or I am not carrying weapon. So when you saw the terrorist army or police coming with their van, you see other people running into the bushes to scamper for their lives. You say, why are they running? Me, I'm not carrying weapon. Why should I be running? My dear, Nigerian terrorists in uniforms do not see you as a peaceful fellow. They see you as a venom of destruction. They see you as an opponent that is coming to kill them. They see you as an aggressor. They see you as an enemy. They see you as an assailant, because they themselves knows and understands the evil that they have committed against the Biafran people. So when we made the pronouncement that anything wearing the uniform of one Nigeria walking about in Biafra land is an enemy of the Biafran people, they now understand it. That is why when they see you, they will hunt you down without any weapon. And most especially where you see that this is a red zone where the Biafran Liberation Army and resistance fighters and the Dragon Marine and the every arms of government of Biafra in the military have engaged them in battle. If you now happen to find yourself there where they see you, they will also decide to buy you. Just like you saw that they killed that two of our brothers that we saw in that video circulated on the media, and they burnt them in broad daylight. They set fire on their body. This is not something that an army of a country can do. It is only an occupational army, a terrorist army that is coming to kill people. It's only terrorists that will kill somebody and then will pour petrol on somebody and then set the person on fire. This is did you people see the body that they shot and then set on fire with weapons? You did not see. They just saw an innocent fellow walking along the road. They shot the person and killed. Since they did not see the Biafra Liberation Army that engaged them and killed them, they now see an innocent fellow and then they decide to kill that one. As they kill that one, they set fire on that one, set the person on fire immediately. And you all saw the video. So you don't know and see that this is the route where the terrorists are coming in their uniforms and in their vans, and then you decide to also ply the same route. No, don't ply the same route. You don't see fire and then you decide to go and put your hand in the fire. Don't say that pastor gave you prayer and fasting or chaplain or miracle water or handkerchief to use and clean your face or cover your face, that nothing will happen to you. No, because those pastors, if they know the potency of those handkerchiefs and miracle water, they have used it first and go to the battlefield and see if they will go to the battlefield and come back before now giving it to you for you to go and exemplify what they had done. But because they know that they have to deceive humanity, that is why they will only give you whatever they give you and then deceive you, and then they say, go and use it. Without them using it there to do the miracle to work for them first. These are some of the things some of you should be asking all these criminals who parade themselves as miracle doers. When they tell you that you should believe in this and tell them to practice it first, make you see as the thing they work for their body, as they work with your eye, make you see. When it don't work, you take it and know, okay, since it don't work for you, let me also go and do it, and let me do it here so that it will also work for me and I will also see. So my people, don't ply the same route when you see that the terrorists are already coming. No. Take heals. Be security conscious. Yes. Make the work easy for us not to have too many casualties. Because the zoo terrorists are looking for who to kill and then to give the dog a bad name. Because they know they cannot see the invisible Biafra Defense Forces. So they will go to practice their killing spree on the innocent civilians who carries no weapon, who don't go after them, who has done them nothing. So we are calling on all Biafrans that you stay clear from everywhere you know that is a red zone and is a red line, so that we can engage the terrorists and deal with them amicably. Schools has nothing to do with our lockdown. Churches has nothing to do with our lockdown. Where you people used to sit down and drink your palm wine has nothing to do with our lockdown. Where you people used to sit down and enjoy yourselves has nothing to do with our lockdown. Where you used to go, and do your business has nothing to do with the lockdown. At any place that they are celebrating Nigeria and carrying a Nigerian flag, that is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. Banks has nothing to do with the lockdown. Hospitals has nothing to do with the lockdown. Churches get nothing to do with the lockdown. Go about your normal activities and duties, but stay clear from where you see and feel the presence of the terrorists in uniforms. Those ones that they said they were going to secure the state secretariat, we would like to ask them if they are still doing the 24 hours watch on the secretariat. Because it is not for you to go to the secretariat and keep watch at the thing, or it is for you to keep 24 hours watch. You can keep it very well. The other day, DPO jumped fence. He succeeded in jumping the fence, because that was Tales by Moonlight for him that first day. The second day, DPO tried to jump fence again, and this time the fence was too high. DPO climb. You know how rat go in, just like I killed one rat yesterday somewhere. Huh? The rat run, go reach the end point where he see no exit and he see no entrance. The next thing where the rat begin to do, he come to do frog jump. The rat begin to do frog jump. They do frog jump. They do frog jump. They jump, they go up, they come down. They jump, they go up, they come down. This is what was happening to what? The DPO. DPO tried to climb the fence this time, and the fence was becoming over high. So the DPO now started doing frog jump. Jump, go up, jump, come down. Jump, go up, jump, come down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. At the end of the day, DPO gave up. DPO could not sustain again and run. Why did DPO run? These are the questions we are asking DPO. DPO should have stood his ground, not even to start running. Should have stood his ground and then exercise his power as DPO. I salute all Biafrans. Please, my people, the 30 days lockdown is going on well. Do not ask us too many questions of how we are doing it, but just be watching the results that are coming out, because Prime Minister and the Biafra Defense Forces Department is posting all the videos that are to be posted. The ones you don't see us post, that one is not to be posted. When it is the right time, PM will post it. All the evidences are there. Fïřês and Fïřês said maybe the fence was too high and DPO fell down. Okay. So if DPO can go and elongate his legs, maybe it will be better, so that some of you remember that masquerade that we used to play. When the masquerade will start coming up, the leg will stuck in. But when we play the drum, the leg of the masquerade now will elongate. The masquerade leg now can climb to the top of the roof. So this is the kind of masquerade that DPO should have gone for. So that it will help him to elongate his leg and he will be able to climb and go as far as he wanted. But maybe where he went to get the power, he was told that this kind of power is not given to people that are killing innocent babies, women, and children, and cutting off pregnant women into two and removing the fetus, all in the name of Islamic jihadist conquest of one Nigeria. So I salute all of you, and let the fire continue to burn. Tomorrow is our mega fundraising. Today is Friday, as we all know. And on Sunday Sunday should be the children fundraising. Yeah. And more activities will be lining up. So we call on all Biafrans to do what they know how to do best. Now, for us to sustain the momentum and even to increase the momentum, and to do more and to achieve more and to destroy and to kill all the terrorists and dismember their unit in Biafraland within these 30 days, because after these 30 days, like the Prime Minister pronounced, we are going to embark on another one. It will be extended to 60 days. Small, when they sit down, they sleep, they wake up, when they see Biafra, they come out. You know, one Nigeria thought that we will open a war front where they will start broadcasting on the television and radio and say, oh, all the way from Enugu, the battle is being fought in Enugu now, and 100 people have gone down from the side of the Biafran people, and now 200 have gone down from the side of the Nigeria, and now another 50 have gone down from the side of the Biafra, and now another 100 have gone down from the side. Then they will be giving announcement on radio and TV. And they say, oh, they have marched past Yamufu, they have now gone into another community. This is what you guys had expected. But when the Prime Minister said he is going to be the end of one Nigeria and he's going to fight you people with a different tactics, and I don't understand what you mean. But you see what is happening now? What you never expected now is the pattern. You see, after this 30 days lockdown of Nigerian institutions, it will now go to 60 days. After another 60 days, it goes down to another. So gradually, that is how you will sleep and wake up, and all the barracks and police stations and civil defense units and the secretariat of one Nigeria in where you find yourself will all be gone. So do not wait to hear where you now start carrying your bag and then you're running to Cameroon. Then you now start carrying your bag and then you're running to Kafanchan, where they have already lined up to finish you. And you want to run to Chad or you want to run to Niger. No. What we need from you is to pile up all the money that you have. Pile that money and then send it to the Biafran government website. From there, we will use that money to procure the defense mechanism that we need for you. We will arm and man all the Biafra defense forces from all the 40 states of Biafra and beyond. Yes, because the surprising thing is happening. While one Nigeria are sleeping and waking up and going to go and concentrate in Anambra to stop the next takeover of their Nigerian institutions, after they saw how many have gone down, they will go and then file up in Anambra. They will not know where the next one is going to come. While you are filing up in Anambra, you will be seeing the next one happening in Akwa Ibom. While you now run to Akwa Ibom to go and block us, we will leave Akwa Ibom again after we don't already put Akwa Ibom on standby. We will run back to Ebonyi. So we are the one deciding how the war is fought now. It is not you, one Nigeria. You have been massacring Biafrans now, all the way from 1929 under the colonial masters, where they say, shoot at the women. The Aba women riot from Calabar, where they were protesting. They say, shoot at the women. Coming down to Abia, they say, shoot at them in Enugu. Shoot at them, kill them. You shot at them, you kill them. Then coming down to 40, 45, 50, 53, 54. Getting down to 59, 60, 54, 55. Oh, you now enter 60 now. We saw all you did. Or is it when you now declared the genocidal war? Since the genocidal war of now 70, what has changed? If you check the chronology of Biafrans slaughtered and massacred on daily basis in the far north, and even the ones that they now massacre inside Biafraland to this very day, it's been war, and the war hasn't ended. But this very time, it is the Biafran government that has decided to be the one to tell you how the war will be fought. Yes. So we are calling on all Biafrans that your $10, your $20, your pounds and your euros, your Ejema and your Eje, your franc CFA and your escudos and your dinars and ram, whatever currency your country of residence is using or where you find yourself, that currency, that money is needed in the Biafran government. When the Biafran Defense Forces goes out to destroy these terrorists in uniforms and their institutions on this 30 days lockdown, they don't do it with bare hands. They have to do it with something. So those things need to be procured. We need to buy them. We need to get everything that they will add one species to another to make up another. We need to get everything that we need. And when you saw Commander Oligos surface on the media unveiling his face for the first time, you saw how kitted he was. You saw the Biafran Liberation Army kit. You saw how beautiful their kits are. Well protected. So how do you think they acquire these well-protected kits that they are wearing? Everything is money. So the weapons that they now use to fight the enemies of Biafra, the terrorists, is money. The granite, which is the bullet as we call it, that is inside the weapons, it is money. Everything that you have to use to decimate the terrorists, wherever you find them, it is money. Tomorrow is the general mega fundraising. Be part of it and answer your father's name. Make your family proud by being part and parcel of the Biafra liberation donations. Do all you can so that we can restore Biafra. A lot of things needs money. And so we cannot overemphasize it, but we need all hands on deck. So please, call on your friends and families, remind them that that Biafra that they had wanted is here, and all we need to use to make it a reality is money. Money, money, money. Please, call everyone and educate them and let them know what is going on. Let them come now before they will come back tomorrow and say, we did not hear. No. There is no Biafran that will say he did not hear that we were fighting for Biafra. That means you did not hear that your people were slaughtered in Iyamufu. You did not hear that your people were slaughtered in Emene. You did not hear that your people were slaughtered in Bo. You did not hear that your people were slaughtered in Enugu. You didn't hear that your people were slaughtered in Umutanze. You didn't hear that your people were slaughtered in Obibo. You did not hear that your people were slaughtered in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house in 2017, over 200 of them. You did not hear that your Biafran brothers and sisters were slaughtered in Port Harcourt when Donald Trump won the presidential race, and then they came out celebrating with the hopes and aspirations that we share a common value and interest with the elected president of America, and with having such a person that we have hope of being free. The hungered one Nigerian terrorists in uniforms ordered they should kill all of them. Why? Because they have expressed their enthusiasm for the victory of Donald Trump. So don't tell us that you weren't aware that your Biafran brothers and sisters were shot to death in Nkwo. And you didn't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And you didn't know that your Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, happened to be the only savior after they took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after they betrayed him with the people that were working side by side with him. Today, the Ohanese presidents are dying. The senators are dying. The ministers are dying. Let them not die, they should stay. They should come back and stay and watch and say, over their dead body will Biafra come. That they will not allow Biafra to be. They should not die, they should stay alive and see it happen before their very eye. One thing we see is, some people will say, oh, it is only the poor people that are supporting the Biafra liberation. Why? Because it is the poor people that are feeling the brunt of one Nigeria more than you, the rich. The rich decides to use their money to carry their family and run away, while the poor people are standing to fight. But all of you will have a question to answer to the Biafran parliament tomorrow when Biafra is restored. We know you all, because you can support the Biafran liberation directly and Nicodemously. Yes. Like you know some of us and know our faces and know where we live. Some of you that are serving in the government of one Nigeria or in other international positions that you don't want somebody to know you, you can make donations to the Biafran government Nicodemously. Yes, without coming out on air to shout your name, without us even telling anybody. So we are still keeping that place open, and we are calling on all those that are serving the interests of one Nigeria. That the floor is still open. Oh, you're a politician, you're a musician, you are an artist, you are one of the top criminals that is serving the interests of one Nigeria, and then you have money, and you are afraid to come and support so that they will not go and jeopardize your career. Come through the back door. Make your donations through the back door. We have Biafran license offices all over the world. Where there is none, they are still working to make sure it is implemented. So reach out to the Biafran government officials in any country that you are and partake in the liberation. Don't make yourself a ghost worker, because when you make yourself a ghost worker in the quest for your own freedom, what happened to people in Kuwait, what happened to people in South Korea will also happen to you tomorrow, where you will be treated as a foreigner in your own land when you want to come and claim your documentation. That is when you will be made to understand that you never participated, you never aligned yourself, you never did anything in support of the liberation. That while you said the poor are the ones that are clamoring for the Biafra liberation and restoration, that you that claim to have been rich and was doing well in position of Nigerian authority, you took the money that you had embezzled from the dividends of democracy of the people, you ran away to America and UK and Europe and any way that you wish that was good for you to go and enjoy yourself with your family, and thought that your family are safe and sound and they will never remember or think of where is Biafra. Some of you have even hit your chest and say, over your dead body, you don't have time for anything Biafra. So we have a question, like they said that Ifeanyi Ubah is dead, because up to now, we have not heard whether it is a ghost or shadow that died, or whether it is his real body that died. Because till now, we don't hear that he was deposited in any morgue. We don't hear that there are plans that he will be brought to Nigeria. We don't hear that it's going to be buried so time or this or that. We don't hear the family come out to make any comment or speech. We don't hear the wife or children say anything and say, oh, my father is dead, this and that. We don't hear. We are just laughing. Oh. So, what will be the fate or the feeling of the children of Ifeanyi Ubah now? Let's assume and then accept it that Ifeanyi Ubah is dead. What will be the feeling of the children of Ifeanyi Ubah, the wife of Ifeanyi Ubah, whom, when we are fighting for the freedom, Ifeanyi Ubah is digging the graves of Biafrans? Then he will now take the wives and children to America and UK. He will be making video and showing you that his children are enjoying the money of Anambra. He's enjoying the money of the poor people that they are killing every day. So his children now and the wives are the ones enjoying the money, and they are showcasing you, showing you better life. You see Rolex watches that they are using, you see the iPhone, you see the headphone that they are using, which nobody in that community where they come from can afford any of such, but they have to afford it all and give their children. Their children will go to the best of schools in abroad. What will be the fate of their children now? How will they feel to come out tomorrow and say, my father was Ifeanyi Ubah? And these are the legacies that they left concerning the Biafran people, that my father was part of the people that partook